Hello, first graders. My name's Amy.
And my name's Susan, and we work for the City of Fishers Parks Department. And today we've partnered with your school to bring you a very special program.
We're going to learn about nature.
And you're first graders, so we call this program
Nature First.
I'm here on the wide open prairie of Ritchie Woods Nature Preserve, and it is a beautiful day. I am trying to track down the monarch butterfly. It's a common insect here at Ritchie Woods. I'm looking for the bright orange with the black markings. Common means it's fairly easy to find on a warm summer day. But this prairie beauty looked very different when it started out. It's been through 3 different stages of its life cycle before it even had wings. Let's head back to the shelter where we can learn more about the life cycle of the monarch and as well as all the insects go through. As you continue to grow and get bigger, you look different every day. You'll have the same hair color and the same eye color, but you look so much different than when you were a baby. Insects go through changes as they grow too. Their different stages are called metamorphosis. That's a really long word, isn't it? Look how many letters long that word is. It has 5 syllables. Let's clap it out. Metamorphosis. Metamorphosis means to change in a certain way. All insects go through what we call a complete or an incomplete metamorphosis. And each stage of this metamorphosis looks different than the one before it. Let's talk about the life cycle of the monarch butterfly and its metamorphosis. The butterfly starts as an egg. Yes, insects do lay eggs. In real life, this egg would be even smaller than this. And then the next stage of metamorphosis, it's called the larva stage. Some people call that a caterpillar. And then it moves on to the pupa stage, which is also known as the chrysalis. And it ends up in this most beautiful adult butterfly.
Let's talk about metamorphosis again, using some models I have here. Remember, scientists use models to help us understand things that are hard to see. In real life, a monarch egg is so small, even a magnifying glass makes it hard to see. So instead, I have a model of a monarch egg. Does this look like the kind of eggs that you have in your refrigerator? A chicken egg? No way. Eggs in nature can be all different shapes and sizes. This is what a monarch egg would look like. Now, the monarch butterfly lays an egg on a milkweed plant. No other plant will do. It has to be a milkweed plant. And after 3 days, out pops the larva, the caterpillar. Now, when it first comes out, it's really, really small. But you guys know the story of the hungry, hungry caterpillar, right? He eats and eats and eats. Well, so does this larva. And the only thing it eats is milkweed. No other plant will do for that. And he gets so fat that it sheds its skin, its exoskeleton, 5 times. The last time it sheds its skin, it hangs upside down like a J. And the skin falls out and it turns into this beautiful green pupa, the chrysalis stage. Now, other butterflies have different colored pupas, but the monarch's is this beautiful green and gold. 2 weeks inside this chrysalis, metamorphosis continues. Cells are rearranging inside until finally out comes the adult monarch butterfly. Now, when it first comes out though, its wings are all scrunched up and wet. After about an hour or 2 hours, it flutters its wings and it's ready to come out and find the food that it needs. But we should check and make sure that this butterfly has everything an insect needs. Do you remember how many body parts it needs? You're right, 3. The head, thorax, and abdomen. How many antennae? 2. And how many legs will it have? 6. All insects have 6 legs.
Butterflies aren't the only insects that go through metamorphosis. I have several insects here that I'm sure you'll be familiar with. Let's start with the bee and go through its life cycle. Egg, larva, pupa, adult. And here's a beetle. Egg, larva, pupa, adult. This next one I kind of like and I don't really like. It's the mosquito. I don't like it when it bites me and makes me itch, but I do like it because it's food for the bats and the birds. It also goes through metamorphosis, but 3 stages of its life are underwater, starting with the eggs, the larva, the pupa, and then on to the adult stage, the only one that's outside of the water. Remember that every stage looks very different from the one before it.
So let's review what we've talked about today. The prairie habitat has everything that the plants and animals need to live here. Food, water, shelter, and space. The prairie habitat is full of insects, and all insects go through a type of metamorphosis. The monarch butterfly goes through metamorphosis in 4 stages. The first stage is an egg. She'll lay that egg right on this milkweed plant. Out of the egg comes the larva. We call that the caterpillar stage. Next comes the chrysalis, or we call it the pupa stage. And finally, the adult, or the monarch butterfly that we enjoy. Metamorphosis is an amazing part of science. And your teacher might share with you a paper that shows the metamorphosis that the monarch butterfly goes through. You can look that over and think about which stage of metamorphosis is your favorite, and talk it over with your family, your teacher, and your classmates.
So you and I are protectors of Ritchie Woods. And that means we're protectors of monarch butterflies. And Ritchie Woods is very important to monarch butterflies because we have a habitat like this with the milkweed plant. The only plant a monarch butterfly will lay its eggs on is the milkweed. Next time, I'll tell you about the milkweed plant and about other plants that have adapted so well to this sun-loving habitat.
You will learn why it's so important that we take care of the plants here. You can come butterfly hunting at Ritchie Woods anytime, or I bet you can find a butterfly just right outside your door. See you next time.